Welcome back from Wembley, guys. I know it has been really a very devastating evening as we lost to Man City by 2-1. That's the game of football. We have to really move on from that and obviously do the rest that we deserve to do as the fans of Manchester United. The good thing is that the season has really ended on a bad note, but we have gone ahead to make lots of harvests more than this loss that we lost to City. Only being the finale showed how competitive we've been this season, with the manager not getting the backing in the January transfer window, lots of injuries, and the tiredness that we've gone ahead to really have, especially the players of Manchester United, having been the best team in Europe that has gone ahead to play the most number of games throughout the season of 2022-2023. Huge achievement for Manchester United. These players are warriors. The manager is really a warrior, and obviously with the fans that have been rallying behind them throughout the start of the season are really great. So let's leave that at that. I understand it's really painful, and let's jog on. Right, let's jog on to the next affair, and the next affair is who will United bring on, and that's why I've brought you a story coming in from Rob Dawson, Jacob Steinberg, and the Times about United opening Mason Mount talks with Chelsea. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Rock and David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that you do upload in here on a daily. Now, Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead and spoken about the loss of the FA Cup trophy to Man City. Then even Bruno Fernandes has gone ahead and reacted to how we lost and gave out this game to Man City. So I think it's really going to be a very good session in between me and you, and smash the like button close to 200 times to see to it that you don't forget to really hit that number of 200 likes onto this video. Let's jog on to the Mason Mount story, as first delivered to us by the United correspondent for the ESPN, and that is Rob Dawson. Dawson has told us that Man United are in pole position to sign Mason Mount, but have reservations over Chelsea's likely asking price. Mount is open to joining Manchester United, so United are now holding internal discussions over tabling a formal offer. So this was the first story that came in through, that United was planning to table a formal offer, and in that due course, that means they are planning to approach Chelsea. Then Rob Dawson added, it's unclear exactly what Chelsea's asking transfer fee for Mason Mount is. One source suggested it is as high as £60 million, but interested parties or interested clubs will believe they can secure a deal for less. That is Rob Dawson for you. So Man United is really anticipating that they can go ahead and really get this deal out of the way for less money. As I've already told you that if this deal exceeds £50 million, then I will be one of those people that are going to get stunned about this deal. And then Jacob Steinberg went ahead to drop the bomb. And what was the bomb? It read, Man United have opened talks with Chelsea over a deal for Mason Mount. The clubs are around £20 million apart in valuation, but United expect to get it done. So United have gone ahead to open talks with Chelsea on their desired transfer to sign to sign Mason Mount from Chelsea and deliver him to Carrington and Old Trafford. Now, this is another step of a transfer. After Fabrizio Romano came out and rubbished that United had gone ahead to agree personal terms with Mason Mount and confirmed to us that personal terms won't be an issue, now United have really taken the next step of really talking to Chelsea to see to it that they really agree on the fee. Now negotiations are really underway, and let's wait and see what is going to happen. But we are being told by Jacob Steinberg, he's a reporter of The Guardian, that there is a £20 million distance, or the two clubs are £20 million apart in valuation for the player. And obviously, if you tell me that Mason Mount is going for £70 million, I just jump out of this deal and continue and go elsewhere, because you can't tell me that a player who is left with one year on his contract, not as talented as Jude Bellingham, not as talented as Moise Caicedo, is going in for £70 million. That's it. So maybe Chelsea want to really make it hard for United to sign Mason Mount, and then they'll find themselves in a situation of obviously keeping him at the club and convincing him to put pen to paper. Something that I think Mason Mount won't allow. He'll tell them that I'm not going to sign a contract, I'm going to leave. And this has been his plan. Why? Chelsea tabled a contract onto the table of Mason Mount after the World Cup. From the World Cup, count December, January, February, March, April, May. 6 months now, he has denied to put pen to paper onto that contract. So that means he has already made up his mind. He's not staying at Chelsea. And if at all Chelsea really force on for him to stay, I think he'll try to really stay there and obviously find a better move. But Chelsea are really anticipating for a bidding war, but I don't think even Liverpool will come in and spend that money. Arsenal cannot come in and spend that money because it's United that they can ransom. The other two teams are really good at really negotiating such deals. And you might find out that we might pull out of this deal. Arsenal comes in through Liverpool and they even get him at £45 million. So it shows you how bad we are at negotiating. And Matt Hargreaves, the new chief negotiator of Manchester United, should show us that he has some good negotiating skills. Otherwise, if we don't get this deal out of the way at £50 million, then we wouldn't have gone ahead to do anything important. And his coming won't really have helped us. Then there comes the time spot. Manchester United officials have made it clear to Chelsea their desire to sign Mason Mount this summer. Chelsea have not given up on the prospect of reaching an agreement with Mason Mount and are willing to let his contract run down next season if they do not receive an appropriate offer. So that is out. Chelsea aren't allowing to lose this player on a free. I don't agree with that. They'll finally lean to selling the player. Mason Mount is standing his ground. So you mean Chelsea, in the financial problems they are into, they are willing to let this player stay on a free? To say to it that they will use them on a free next season, I really doubt. I only understand that they are trying to really convince him, persuade him. Mauricio Pochettino is doing his job to persuade the player to stay at Chelsea, but the player is telling them no, let me go to Manchester United, and United is doing its worth to see to it that they keep the player and sign him. So let's wait and see how things are going to pan out. But after this FA Cup finale, expect lots of things to happen due next week. The ownership status, then Mason Greenwood, and United going hard to start negotiating these transfers. And I think now the transfer business is officially open at the clubs to negotiate, but the official dates of opening the transfer window are 14th June this year. But the clubs are really working hard and tirelessly to really negotiate deals to get these players onto their way. Now, Time Sports have also gone ahead and really told us that Chelsea believe Mason Mount's appointment of the intermediary Neil Fewings from Roof was a clear indication of his desire to move to a club in the Northwest due to the agent links in the area. So Chelsea really anticipate that the agent, the new intermediary or the new agent of Mason Mount, is Neil Fewings. And Neil Fewings really has lots of connections to Manchester United, and I think that was his big aim of really signing with this intermediary to see to it that he really gets this deal out of the way and deliver the player to Old Trafford. So if Chelsea know all that, why don't they take £50 million? They are really having trouble. They're really having trouble with their financial stand, and they need to sell off players. And one of the players they can sell and really get in some huge money is none other than Mason Mount. So good to hear that United have opened talks with Chelsea over the deal of Mason Mount. As I told you in the match preview, that if you're having Mason Mount in that position of Eriksen, we don't concede that goal, because he would have gone ahead to close in very well. Because as Fred was tracking down Kevin De Bruyne onto the left side of the pitch. That is the left half space. And Casemiro was onto Erling Haaland in the left half space. That left a big hole in the central midfield near the D of the goal of Manchester United. Eriksen had to be around the D, and he was not there. That's why Gundogan hits that ball without disturbance into the back of the net. And I've seen people blaming David De Gea. I don't blame David De Gea. One, you have to really give credit to Ilkay Gundogan. He's a very good shooter of the ball. You know, they've blamed him for the second goal. That would have gone ahead to do better. That ball went through two players of Manchester United. So he was not having a clear vision of that ball. That's it. So that's why people don't understand this game. I've even seen Peter Schmeichel saying that he would have gone ahead to save the second goal, but they are not the ones in the goal. That's their problem. So I really understand that Man United have found themselves in a position of really losing, but I think there are lots of things that we can go ahead and really improve on next season, as the manager Erik ten Hag has gone ahead and revealed to us after the match. Bruno Fernandes has something to say after us losing to Man City on conceding early, 15 seconds, the first team to concede early in an FA Cup finale, record set by Manchester United. Now, he has told us that we came back in the game, we started badly, but came back into it and had good spells on the ball in the first half. We were too soft and gave up too much space for the first goal, but it's an amazing strike. This is what I want to hear from people. We gave up too much space for him to shoot. And in that space, Eriksen was supposed to be covering it up because the other midfielders had shifted onto the left half space and the central axis was really left empty. That's why you concede. And it was an amazing strike. That's it. So, to me, I really understand that people are having reservations over this game, but we did what we had to do. That's it. That's the best we could offer with injuries there. But Bruno is really saying the space we gave out was really huge for the City side. Now, Erik ten Hag, what did he have to say? He said, first of all, I want to congratulate City. I think it was a very narrow head-to-head, very competitive, good organization. Didn't allow them a goal from open play. Didn't allow them to have a goal from open play. We fought back after quick goal down. I think we are the only team in the world who could fight back. And this is what you want to hear on any day. That we fought back, and obviously that's what you could offer. They never scored from open play like any build-up, and they never had a clear-cut chance. Can you imagine? All of the goals they scored were outside the Ten Hag's box area, and that shows you that Ten Hag got the plan right. And if at all next season Ten Hag is backed and gets in the right players like Rabiot, maybe Mason Mount, Kim Min-jae, and maybe Harry Kane, anticipate the best of United. If we get in 5 players next season that are really of good quality, that can compete at those levels, obviously we are going to be a very huge thorn in the skin of City. That's it. We'll even get Etihad and obviously get a result there. Look, put Rabiot in the position of Fred, you know? Put Mason Mount in the position of Eriksen in that game. It's a different kind of game altogether. Let's admit. Those two players change that game. Why? Rabiot has a very huge intensity. He'll win those duels. He'll fight those battles. And Mason Mount will really run around like a headless chicken to see to it that he really gets engulfed into that area with Ilkay Gundogan before he shoots. That's it. So, that is it. Coming in from Erik ten Hag, and the other quote I really got from Erik ten Hag was as follows: that we are broken, disappointed, of course, but I said I'm proud of my team. we did very well. We conceded 2 soft goals, but we were in the game. There was a great spirit and very good organization. That's it. And I like this manager. That's why after the game, he shook hands with all his players and obviously told them that go to the preseason. Go for holidays, return for the preseason. I'm going to sit down, analyze the season, talk to the board, and obviously pinpoint out the reinforcement that we need in positions, and obviously we are going to attack next season like never before. So guys, your thoughts onto United opening Mason Mount talks with Chelsea are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Bruno Fernandes claiming that we gifted away the first goal, as giving Ilkay Gundogan that huge space is unforgivable? And lastly, what Ten Hag is going to hate to say about us putting up a game or putting up a show against City. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God see you through this week, and let's go to church. Those going to church and those that pray from home like me, endeavor to say a prayer to the Almighty Lord. Guys, ciao ciao. That is it. We are coming back in the next 3 hours. I'm out.